Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro game production, and our game since the last episode went pretty darn well. Now, there was very close games, I will say that for sure, but we managed to get a draw against Leicester. Very close game. I believe Jamie Vardy had one goal disallowed and he also hit the post, but on reflection of the game, I feel like this was pretty much a fair result. So 12 shots to 16, 3 on target, 8. We was a bit more wasteful than Leicester was. Gave away 15 fouls, they gave away 8. 4 yellow cards, 2, 51 to 49% possession. Very 50-50 game. So, yes, if any team had won, Leicester should have probably stole it, but on reflection, probably better. That was a 0-0. We then played against Southampton. We got an early goal. We scored after 11 minutes through Ryan Brewster, of course. Danny Ings equalised, and then Ryan Brewster got a very interesting goal. So we'll just have a quick look at Ryan Brewster's winning goal. Because if I remember rightly, this did come rather out of nowhere. Or perhaps... Yes, there we go. So it's the terrible back pass. Brewster pounced and we nabbed a goal. I knew there was something about that goal, but I wasn't quite sure what was the exact thing about that goal. But we then went back home and played against Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth, this again was a pretty good game. Again, 50-50% on the stats, and Peter won us with a lovely free kick. So we shall have a look at this lovely free kick, if it will just hurry up and generate. So, Peter with a free kick, and he gets it just under the bar. Now, unfortunately, we do have some bad news from these games. So if I quickly pop over to the squad screen, you'll see Bettinelli is injured, and so is Hoban. Hoban, not so much an issue. He's a reserve player. We use him if we're desperate for players. So that's not so bad. Moha also took a little knock. So if we quickly look at Moha, his fitness is back, but if we can just go to medical reports. Here we go. So he had a pulled calf muscle. I believe that was for a few weeks. And then we have Bettinelli, who still has 3 to 6 days left on his concussion. So that's not great. But with that 3 to 6 day period, I guess he's going to miss both games in today's episode. So, Messenholer, you're going to have to pull your finger out. But I have just noticed something. And that is their manager. I didn't realise Sheffield United had hired Gattuso. The legendary Gattuso, of course, from Milan. But that is for another day. I'm going to head off now to the stadium before I get caught in traffic. So I will see you at Bramwell Lane in just a second. Alright folks, so we have arrived, of course, here in Sheffield at Bramwell Lane. And, well, there's a bit of a crossroads. So we better take a little look at this sign, which is rather blurry, but I can just make it out. So, away supporters, we need to go down the dodgy back alley instead of the nice road past the corner shop. So we shall head down said dodgy back alley. I don't know whereabouts here we are supposed to park. Perhaps we just park outside someone's house. Who knows? Let's have a little look though. We do have... What was that? Deeper Life Bible Church. And Westfield Health. Ah, interesting. But we will continue down the road. Past... Oh, are you gonna... I'm not sure how the minibus is meant to get past this bollard. Perhaps we will take an alternate route. But we are outside the executive suite at the rear. This is the reception. But we need to find some parking. This is not suitable parking down here. We found the pub. Oh, we found a little sign for the away supporters. So let's continue to go around the corner. Oh, this is a tricky one. This is very convoluted. I feel like we're going to go around the whole outside of the stadium before we figure out where we're going to park. So, we shall continue to go down here. I guess we do have a little bit of parking here, possibly. Don't look like a great place to leave the bus though. Perhaps we'll just leave the bus in the hotel car park. Right next to the Premier. So, yeah, we basically just looped all the way around. Okay, so that's hotel only. Is this the only parking for the stadium? This is not good. This is not good at all. So I guess we shall park the bus around here. Since all the bays are taken up, we shall just nicely leave it down here. I'm sure no one will mind. And we shall head inside the stadium. Okay, ladies and gents, we are in the stadium for this 4:30 kickoff here at Bramall Lane, Sheffield. And we are both going for a 4-1-2-2-1, otherwise known as a 4-1-2-3. And yeah, they have Puskas up front. They seem to have given up on good old Billy Sharp. He is actually unregistered, the 35-year-old who played 30-odd games for them last season. Pretty awful of them, in my opinion, to just completely disregard him and not even register him, but they're getting relegated, not us. They are sat bottom of the league, of course, and we're going to pile on the misery. So, our team for today is, of course, Messenholer in goal, with Weiss and Berk at centre-back, Pité on the left and Kiki on the right, Pearson in defensive mid, Irvin and Garner in central midfield, Mahi on the right, left, Bowen on the right, Brewster up front. Our bench, of course, Fisk is coming onto the bench because we don't have a fair choice goalkeeper, so we're having to use our youth goalkeeper. Freeman, Kobold, Stewart, Lopez, Belleau and Knoll. Knoll, of course, still is, I believe, on 10 games without a goal, so he is struggling. But Carlos thinks we should tell them to do this for the fans, and I don't know if Carlos has realised, but we aren't at home. So, yes, we might have a few travelling fans, but maybe don't try and perform for the majority of the fans in the stadium. So, I expect nothing but a win. I expect nothing but a win. Very simple. We are better than Sheffield United, and we should go out there and prove it. Now, Lewis Russell from 442. He's enthusiastic, and we have a great respect. As Sheffield United are the lowest goal scorers in the Premier League, and probably have conceded the most too, you must consider Hull favourites to win. Well, yes. I think we're the better team by far, and we'll show everyone why. Yep, let's go in there big-headed. I know that's going to completely blow up in my face, and we're going to lose 3-0, but why not? Sheffield United's recent struggles have them 19th in the Premier League form table, also has them 20th in the actual table. Is this a chance to pile on the misery? I hope so. It's definitely an opportunity for us to show what we're capable of. Don't do the same to us. I am showing no mercy in trying to win here. We never show any mercy. So, is Messenholer fit enough to last the full duration of the match? I'm really hoping so. How useful is Kiko's versatility? Swiss Army knife. Everybody in my team is a Swiss Army knife. It's actually rather dangerous. It's like having a drawer full of Swiss Army knives, all left open. Messenholer. 6 minutes in, and we have a highlight starting from our goalkeeper. So, it is played out wide to Kiko, Kiko to Jared Bowen inside to Brewster, and it's a lovely goal. Pretty simple. Pretty darn simple. Passed it down the right-hand side. Kiko plays it through to Bowen. Bowen plays it across to Brewster, who places it in the bottom right-hand corner for his 22nd goal of the season. Cheap and cheerful. So, is Etheridge's night going to get worse? Let's find out. Bowen whips one in. Is that a foul on Mahi? Surely it's a foul. Surely that was a push, and it is. Thank you, Graham Scott. Jared Bowen to step up. Come on, Jarud. Oh, Jared. No. Come on. I'm disappointed. My feline friend, I am disappointed. Beck. Oh, unlucky Alexandra. Unlucky. And we have gone above Chelsea. Although, oh, we have a game in hand over them as well. Jeez. We are overperforming right now. And that was a lovely free kick by Jared Bowen to Garner for his second goal of the season. Now, we're going to struggle without some of these loanies next season. Because I don't think we're getting Brewster back, and he scored 20 odd goals this season. We're not getting Garner back, probably, so it's going to be rough, folks. But let's enjoy them while they're here. Device gets it down to Pearson. Pearson to Mahi. Mahi plays it out to Bowen. Bowen. Come on, Bowen. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky Jarud. Speaking of Jared Bowen, we do have a couple of teams interested in signing him right now. Tottenham originally wanted to get him, and I believe Arsenal has now joined the race to try and acquire him. But as you all know, he signed a new contract, and we have no intention of letting go. So, I don't care how grumpy he gets, he is staying. Jared Bowen has picked up a yellow card as I speak of him. It's very much like the injuries. I take the mick, I park in a disabled spot, and half my team gets injured. But Baba Rahman tries to play it up. Irvin wins the ball, plays it to White. White to Mahi. Mahi, nice ball over the top to Brewster. Brewster, nice save by Etheridge. It is with Baba Rahman though. And nothing comes of it. Baba Rahman noodles. And it looks like it's probably going to be a nice comfortable 2-0 at half time. Unless they score here. Beck. Oh. Now. That was more worrying than it should have been, but it was a nice save by Messenhola. Freeman whips one in. Not our Freeman, theirs. Mahi plays it up to Bowen, and it is a dead highlight. But we go in at half time, 2-0 up. We've had 12 shots, they've had 8. 7 on target, they've had 3. 10 fouls to their 4. 1 yellow card to their 0. 56% possession to their 44% possession. Ryan Brewster is our best performer with a 7.3 and 1 goal. Their best performer, of course, has been Neil Etheridge. He's made 5 saves and has an 8.8 rating as a result. Struggling to perform is Reece Burke. He's made 2 mistakes so far and got 6.7 as a result. Mbemba has made 2 mistakes also and has a 6.5 as a result. Now, it's a good job them two aren't a defensive partnership, because one of our teams will be really struggling. Tell the team they're expecting to prove a point. Yes, they are expected to prove a point. They are playing bottom of the league. And they're doing okay. So, you know what? I'm happy with how things are going. Keep it up. Keep it up, lads. Keep it up. We, of course, have managed to burn off nearly 10 minutes. Bowen whips one in. Burke, Irvin, and it's wide. Not going to trouble the keeper if it's not on target. Very simple. Etheridge plays it up to Baba. Baba gets it down to Brian. Brian to Robinson. Robinson's bringing it up. Robinson tries to go past Garner, but Garner dispossesses him. He's played one over the top to Brewster. Can Brewster get onto this before Etheridge? No. Unlucky Brewster. The race was on. Etheridge is trying to walk it out though. Kiko collects the goal kick, plays it up to Brewster, intercepted though. It is now with Mayoral. Mayoral through to Freeman. Freeman one-on-one with Messenhola, and he plays it completely past the goal. Don't know how wide Freeman expects the goal to be, but it's not that wide. But here, nice win. Mahi to Pearson, to Weiss to Pearson. Pearson over to Bowen. Nice ball through to Brewster, one-on-one with the keeper. Unlucky son. We are getting plenty of opportunities to pile on the misery. Unfortunately, we're not. But I will take a nice little 2-0 victory. Pearson to Bowen, Bowen to Pearson. Pearson whips one in, set it away. Mayoral gets it away to Puskas. And we are going to make a substitution. Now, the weird thing is, their best performer is the goalkeeper on a 9 rating. And he's the one who feels overwhelmed right now. Not quite sure why, but that is how that one is working out. We are going to make things extra complicated and bring on our Freeman to play against their Freeman on our right, their left. We are then going to bring on Bello, swap him with Mahi, and Mahi is going to go be a winger. We can then... Peter is looking complacent, but you know what? He'll be fine. He'll be fine, folks. I'm sure of it. But we are only 20 or so minutes away from the final whistle. Weiss now on free kicks plays it to Burke. Centre backs linking up. Unfortunately, not for a goal. That would have been a nice thing to see. Garner wins the ball back, drives one over the top, but O'Connell clears it away. Only as far as Mayoral in the centre circle, plays it to Brian, to Fleck. Freeman intercepts it, it goes back to O'Connor, but Fleck has got it once more in the centre circle. Freeman to McBride. Freeman, oh, it's been intercepted. Irvin, nice tackle. Brewster, oh, he can't get past Etheridge once more. Etheridge is on fire. Our strikers are not terrified though. And they have a free kick with Fleck. Hits the wall. Falls back to Freeman. Freeman, oh, that's a nice goal by Freeman. Can't even feel bad about that one. Can't even feel bad. But I am going to demand a little bit more of the lads, because we don't want to give away this, and Pearson and Peter don't particularly like that. But I don't really care, as long as we hold on, which we have. So, it is Sheffield United 1, Hull City 2. Freeman getting a lovely screamer to bring them back into the game, but it was all over from the first half. So, they had 16 shots, we had 24. They had 6 on target, we had 12. 13 fouls, we gave 17. 2 yellow cards to 4 yellow cards. 43% possession to our 57% possession. Their best performer was, of course, Neil Etheridge with 10 shots saved. Jared Bowen was our best performer with an 8.1 rating and 2 assists. Struggling to perform was Freeman, who made 2 mistakes and got a 6.6 as a result. Struggling for them was Callum Robinson with a 6 and no particular reason why. Now, there was 3 different milestones, but we're not going into any of them. Of course, Neil Etheridge, player of the match, even though he conceded 2 goals. Because, quite frankly, if they had any other goalkeeper, they might have conceded 8. So, Carlos thinks there's nothing we really need to address, and I agree. I don't really want to say Jekyll and Hyde, that was a bit... don't want to say that. Well done, lads, good win. Nothing more really needs to be said about that game. We are going to go... What does Klopp want? Oh, he's looking at Brewster once more. Yet again, proof that he is not going to allow him to come back next year. I can't see Jurgen being dumb enough to allow us to loan him for another season, but if he does, I would be very thankful. So please, Jurgen, if you are watching, let me keep Brewster. I would love him to stay. I'd love him to stay a long time. Me love him long time, yeah. So, transfers. Little bit that I completely forgot to mention in the previous segment. We've actually acquired another player. So, okay, he's not on here. It's this guy, Saeed Al-Zabi. He's going to be joining on the 1st of the 7th, unless we pay about $500,000, but honestly, we don't need him yet. So, as you know, we've got Brewster in and we've got Noll in. They're both loans. I want to make a permanent addition to our striking team. So this guy's coming in. He's currently rated at 3.5 stars, potentially 4 star. Nice little addition. Free transfer coming from the United Arab Emirates, where he hasn't been doing too bad. So hopefully he can make the step up. If not, he'll sit on our bench, or we'll just drop him in as like a third choice striker. But for a freebie, how can you complain at that, gentleman? But I will see you guys in the second game, which of course will be at the Emirates Stadium. Okay, ladies and gents, we are here, of course, in London, and I'm not going to show you me trying to park up because, I'll be honest, I've drove around several times and parking is a little bit of an issue because we're in London. So I will go find a parking space in the next, I don't know, 8 hours it's going to take me, and I will see you in the stadium in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, we are here in the Emirates, and I have a completely unchanged lineup. Now, Bettinelli, I could have probably brought along, let him play. Heck, I could have even sat him on the bench. But I didn't want to risk that concussion. I don't want any lawsuits, quite frankly. Anything happens to him whilst he's still got a little bit of a concussion, well, yeah. Don't want any of those worms being opened. So, no changes. Doesn't even come onto the bench. Not risking a ball coming flying at the bench and hitting him. We're just going to stick with the same lineup that won our last game. But with Arsenal, they are going with a 4-2-3-1. They have David Luiz at the back, Leno in goal, Tellis at left back. They have some pretty solid names in there. Now, the question is, what does Carlos think? And Carlos thinks we should encourage the team, give them a bit of a morale boost. I'm not sure if he's been paying attention to our run of fixtures, but we've been doing pretty darn good. I don't think the guys really need that much of a morale boost. I'm pretty sure they're up there. In fact, they need bringing down a little bit. Like, come on lads, relax. Just, no, you're not exceptional. You might be playing exceptional, but you're not. So, we owe Arsenal after what happened in our last game. Go out and get revenge. You know what? Our guys are hyped up. I think, while they're hyped up, it's time to go get revenge. And look, they are. They're all motivated. They're ready to get some revenge against Arsenal, at Arsenal. And I've just realised I've left us on positive. So, we'll go with it. You know what? No guts, no glory. No guts, no glory. Arsenal's recent good run has them 5th in the Premier League form table. How much of a threat do they pose? James Goodwin from Sky Sports News is enthusiastic and we have a great respect. So, they're a threat, but so are we. We can't be scared of this sort of challenge. That's true. We've got to embrace the challenges. You can't just hide and be scared. Sometimes in life, you must just face up to the challenge. Do your best. And we are. 9 minutes in, we have a corner. And it's collected by Leno. Well, wasn't that anticlimactic? But Aubameyang, and please don't let Aubameyang counter-attack us. Kiko, he's just walked around you. Luckily, he didn't walk around Messenholer. Messenholer collects it. Jarrett Bowen with free kick. Whips one in, and his delivery has not been up to par these first 10 minutes. That is for sure. But it's Leno out wide to Aubameyang. Aubameyang is trying to bomb it past Kiko. He has to play it back though to Tellis. Terrible attempt at a slide tackle. Luckily, his shot goes wide. You know, we seem to be the ones dominating this game so far, and I'm not complaining. Messenholer plays it short to Burke. Burke plays it up to Garner. Garner, nice ball through to Bowen. Bowen plays it to Irvin. Irvin tries one over the top. It has got to Kiko on this right-hand side. He has help in the middle, but David Luiz has tripped Kiko. We have a penalty, lads. As long as VAR gives us it. And it has. Come on, Bowen. You can't miss 2 in a row, surely. He tried his best to. But Jared Bowen has got his 10th goal of the season. And we are in the lead here at the Emirates. Didn't think I'd be saying that at the start of the episode. But we are. We are ahead, folks. We are ahead. And now that pause is bugging me. Just, yeah, go like that. Thank you. Aubameyang, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and it is over. Don't know how Aubameyang managed to do that one, but he did. David Luiz to Talise. Talise to Aubameyang. Aubameyang has got inside. He's getting past Kiko quite a bit. That was a nice tackle, but it has gone back to an Arsenal player. Aubameyang whips one in, and Pepe nods it in. Nicolas Pepe with his 10th goal of the season. Assisted by Pia. Or P. Just call him P. P for short. He was assisted by P. P-Man. Not to be misunderstood as He-Man. He is P-Man. Come on, Brewster. Oh, Ryan Brewster. As soon as Arsenal have scored, we have gone and taken the lead back. So, Weiss, deep in his own half, just plays it straight over the top to Brewster. We went full Tony Pulis with that one. I don't think Arsenal expected it. I sure didn't expect it, but my players did. My players fought ahead. They just big-brained Arsenal. And hopefully that big brain play is going to take us 2-1 into half-time. Which, so far, is looking likely. They're all uninterested. Unai Emery is very much like the real life Unai Emery. The Arsenal players are looking uninterested at him. Burke plays one over the top. Brewster once more, breaking through the defence. Oh, that's another trip. No? Okay. I guess we're taking 2-1 into half-time. I was hoping we'd get a second penalty there. But it is Arsenal 1, Hull City 2. And they've had 13 shots, we've had 8. They've had 3 on target, we've had 5. They've had 7 fouls, we've gave away 14. 3 yellow cards to our 3 yellow cards, 47% possession to our 53% possession. Nicolas Pepe has been their best player with 5 fouls against. Our best performer has been Bowen with 3 fouls against and 7.8. They're struggling to perform is Bellerin on a 6.4 with 0% crossing completion ratio. James Garner has been struggling to perform with a 6.5. Carlos thinks we should tell the boys they have done well and their effort was excellent. You know what? Certainly things are going well, but I know you're capable of better. It doesn't matter how amazing our team is doing. We could have been 8-0 up at half time. They can always do better. Always remind your players they can do better. Except if it's a player like Bowen and he's coming to the end of his contract. Maybe don't tell him he can go to Tottenham or Arsenal or Chelsea or Real Madrid or... Yeah, don't tell them that. But in any other circumstance, tell them they can do better. And they've whipped one in. Kiko heads away only as far as Mahi now. Mahi on the counter-attack. Mahi has help. Will he go alone or will he try to play it through to Brewster? He's trying to go it alone and he just kicks it straight at Bellerin. Not the smartest play at all. That was a rather wasted opportunity, I must say, and Arsenal are now on the counter-attack. Aubameyang, 1-on-1 with Dwight. Dwight with a nice tackle though, plays it to Mahi, who plays it back to Dwight, who plays one over the top to Brewster. Lovely ball over the top. Come on, Brewster. Oh, Rian. Brewster, my friend. You score that, this game is pretty much killed off. David Luiz plays it to Herrera. Up to Fischer. Kiko gets it though, plays it back to Messenholer. Getting chased down, but it has only gone as far as Bellerin. Bellerin is on the counter-attack. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if I should be disheartened by Messenholer's clearance there, which went straight to Bellerin, or the fact he didn't really dive at this. Like, he dove. He dives, but I don't know. I feel like that was more the keeper than Bellerin. Not to take away from Bellerin, but it did feel a lot more like the keeper messing up than Bellerin doing anything amazing. But we are going to take Mahi off for below because he is struggling. Pearson isn't, but he's on the yellow card. Same with Kiko. Garner and Irvin are both having rough games. So let's get Lopez on. Maybe we swap up your roles a little bit. Irvin, do you want to do something a bit different? Maybe go supportive playmaker. Then Pearson, you can go a bit more defensive minded. Maybe that will help out a little bit. Hopefully. Again, any result here is a positive. Would be nice to steal away a victory, of course, but a draw would also be rather tasty. And nicely collected by Messenholer. It would be a shame to throw it completely away. Burke, ball over to Kiko. Kiko, nice ball through to Bowen. Bowen has help on this. Oh, Bowen. I know you forced a good save, but just play it to Brewster. Bowen, corner, whips one in, headed away. Weiss, can he win this back from Smith Rowe? No, because Smith Rowe is going to put it into the 5th row. And that is the end of the highlight. We have 20 or so minutes remaining in the game. Their players are all looking focused. Kiko throws it to Brewster, back to Kiko. Kiko to Pearson, to Kiko once more. Kiko plays it to Pearson, who plays it to Irvin. Irvin to Lopez. Lopez to Pearson, back to Lopez, back to Pearson. Pearson plays it over to Peter. Peter on this left-hand side. Can he get past Bellerin? Plays it inside to Below. Below. What was that, Norberto? What was that? That was a terrible effort, if I must say. And it is looking like we might get a draw from this. Peter plays it up to Below. Nice crossfield ball to Bowen. Bowen heads it down to Brewster. Come on, Brewster. Steal the points. To Kiko. Kiko edge of the area to Pearson. Pearson to Brewster. Ah, Brewster. No. In that spot, I would have expected Brewster to put it away. Oh, good job, Messenholer. Messi Messenholer. The Messi of goalkeepers. As once described by myself. No one else has ever described Messenholer as the Messi of goalkeepers. But Fisher whips one in, and Louise can't keep the header down. 4 minutes to hold on. Kiko with the throw-in. Throws it to Brewster. Brewster back to Kiko. Kiko plays it inside to Irvin. Irvin tries to play it back out to Kiko, but he gives the ball away, and that was a silly place to give the ball away. They are on the counter-attack with Pepe on this right-hand side. He's cut inside. Oh my goodness. Kiko has just given Arsenal the game. Good job, Kiko. Demand more. And pray. But Kiko, with that terrible pass, has just gone and give Arsenal the win on the 90 plus 2 minutes. Now, it was looking good. And then it all fell apart. So, Arsenal had 31 shots, we had 15. They had 10 on target, we had 9. 11 total fouls, we had 24. 5 yellow cards, 6 yellow cards, 48% possession to 52% possession. Their best performance was Nicolas Pepe, with a 9 rating and 2 goals. Our best performer was Jared Bowen with 4 fouls against and a 7.9 as a result. Struggling to perform was Ozil with a 6.4 and Garner with a 6.3. Those 3 different milestones, but feel free to read through them yourselves because I'm not going to go through them right now. Because I'm not in the best mood after seeing that mess up. Again, not a game I would expect to pick points up in, but in the fashion we managed to drop them, not so great. Carlos thinks we should tell the boys it was an excellent effort. I mean, you know what? Use the underdogs. I want to slap you across the back of the head. I really do. The way we threw that away, I want to go around and clip them all on the back of the head. But in hindsight, we were the underdogs. We was away at the Emirates. We did spend about 8 hours trying to pack up because parking in London is awful. But yeah. Apparently I've now been fined for trash talking. Hull City are being fined 25,000. Yeah, you say it's about the arcades. I know it's all about me talking the truth. I know you, Premier League. You don't like us managers talking the truth now, do you? Okay, so in the next episode, like I said in the previous one, we will be looking to do Leicester City, seeing how our cup run goes. Hopefully we continue that. And then we'll have a nice home game against Aston Villa on the telly. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.